We'll keep her moving. Flyweight bout between JJ Aldrich, minus 292 for her, plus 292 for Ariane Lipski. Over under set at 2.5 rounds, minus 193 for the over, plus 193 for the under. JJ coming in as a big favorite in this one. What are you thinking on this?
Yeah, recency bias, I can see why, they think maybe she has a better chance to win this one. The loss to Blanchfield, everybody's losing to Blanchfield. She beat Jillian Robertson. Vanessa Demopoulos, who is kind of on a little tear right now. But overall, JJ's game plan is going to be the same it always is. She doesn't have a bunch of power on the feet. She's going to look to wrestle you, try to get you the ground, control you. I think Lipski's the more dangerous fighter here, if I'm being honest. JJ hasn't really lost to – how many losses does she have in the UFC? I guess she has kind of a handful, but they've all been to decent fighters. Macy Barber, the Sabina Mazza one's kind of iffy, a split decision loss, and then Blanchfield, obviously. But I think she gets it done. I think she just deploys that game plan of try to wear Lipski out, get her to the ground, and control her. But Lipski does have some submission wins, and she's going to hold a hell of a lot more power on the feet. So if JJ can't get it to the ground, look out for Lipski kind of piecing her up. And I know in Lipski's last fight, she did take the knockout loss to Priscilla Cachoeira, who has looked somewhat decent in her last few fights, or, she has a handful of stoppages. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell right now. It's another one of those that I'm not going to be surprised if the underdog comes through here. JJ should have the huge advantage in the grappling and wrestling, but if she can't get it to the ground as often as she wants, you got to watch out for Lipski.
Yeah, it's women's MMA, man. This is tough.
Right.
This is really tough to get behind that kind of a chalk. In not like a low level fight, but JJ Aldrich is a decision fighter. Like, she just straight up, she doesn't get finishes. Ariane Lipski, like you said, the more dangerous fighter in this one. 6 KOs, 3 submissions. So she can catch you, but she also gets caught. She's been knocked out 4 times. So I don't know if JJ Aldrich possesses that kind of power to put her out. But normally JJ is probably going to be a stand-up fighter. Like, she's going to want to just put some volume on him, or put some volume on her. And both fighters have a negative strike differential, so both fighters are very hittable. The path to victory, it seems like, if you're fighting Ariane Lipski, is to overwhelm her, and she doesn't really know what to do. Antonina Shevchenko got her to the ground, finished her on the ground. Montana De La Rosa got her to the ground, finished her on the ground. Priscilla Cachoeira doesn't need to get her on the ground to finish her, just clips her on the feet. Once she gets knocked down, she is done. Like, she wants to get out of there. That was kind of a weird fight, man. She got clipped, and then she just said fuck it and just started throwing bombs. And you don't want to throw bombs with Cachoeira. Like, she's gonna win that for sure. Lipski looks good on the feet sometimes. Like, she's very inconsistent. That's the thing, and that's what kind of makes her intriguing in this spot as such a big underdog. Because if she is on her A game, I think she could get the upset here. But JJ Aldrich is as consistent as they come, but she doesn't have the same ceiling, in my opinion. JJ Aldrich looked really good in that first round against Erin Blanchfield, and that really stuck with me when I was choosing between Erin Blanchfield and Jessica Andrade, thinking that Erin Blanchfield wasn't going to be able to handle her. And then in that second round, she goes for a takedown on Erin. And I'm not sure why, because she was looking good on the feet. Maybe she just wanted to mix it in or something, give her a different look. But at the same time, it just didn't look good. And she got guillotine choked. So this one, I'm going to chalk it up to women's MMA. And I'm like, if you're going to bet it, I'd probably bet the dog. But for the pick, I'm going to take JJ Aldrich. I'm going to assume that JJ Aldrich by decision is still chalk, because that's the only way she wins is by decision. So it's probably not even worth it at that point. Maybe there's some could be some value on that over. Let's look at that again. Over minus 193. So, you're getting a better price on JJ Aldrich on the over 2.5 than JJ Aldrich money line. So
Right.
that honestly looks better to me. Like, I know Lipski's been finished a handful of times, but I don't think JJ Aldrich does it to her. So
No.
maybe that's the way. If you like JJ, I would maybe take the over, and even if it goes to decision, you don't get screwed. So a path to get your money there.